Hello ladies and gentlemen, here to before you're bringing you another Minecraft World War II battle build tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and doing a redesign for the Japanese battleship Yamato. Yamato was the lead ship of her class of battleships built for the Imperial Japanese Navy, shortly before World War II. She and her sister ship, Mawashi, were the heaviest and most powerful armed battleships ever constructed, displacing 72,800 tons at full load and armed with 9 46cm or 18.1 inch Type 94 main guns, which were the largest guns ever mounted on a warship. Named after the ancient Japanese Yamato province, Yamato was designed to counter the numerically superior battleship fleet of the United States, Japan's main rival in the Pacific. She was laid down in 1937 and formally commissioned a week after the Pearl Harbor attack in late 1941. Throughout 1942, she served as a flagship of the combined fleet, and in June 1942, Admiral Yamamoto directed the fleet from her bridge during the Battle of Midway, a disastrous defeat for Japan. Mawashi took over as the combined fleet flagship in early 1943, and Yamato spent the rest of the year and much of 1944 moving between the major Japanese naval bases of Truk and Kure in response to American threats. Although present in the Battle of the Philippine Sea in June 1944, she played no part in the battle. The only time Yamato fired her main guns at an enemy surface targets was in October 1944 when she was sent to engage American forces invading the Philippines during the Battle of Leyte Gulf. While threatening to sink American troop transports, they encountered a light escort carrier group of the U.S. Navy's Task Force 77, Taffy 3, in the Battle of Samar. The Japanese turned back after American air attacks convinced them they were engaging a powerful U.S. carrier fleet. The Yamato was eventually sunk in April 7th, 1945, due to basically a suicide mission where they sent the Yamato to basically engage the American fleet with a small destroyer escort. She was spotted and basically bombed to hell and back by basically American naval aircraft operating from carriers. So yeah, pretty interesting story with the Yamato. Just a beautiful looking ship, and really didn't see too much service. I mean, for the fact of how great of a ship it was and how heavily armed it was, you think that it would have been used for, I guess, greater purposes than what it was used into. So I would say probably one of the more disappointing ships in history. But I guess also a good thing it was never really used to its full potential, considering how powerful of a ship it really was. But yeah, this is a redesign. I did do a design for the Yamato quite a while ago, and we're coming back and revisiting the ship, and it's a popular vote by you guys to see a redesign for this ship. Going ahead and kind of jumping into it, this ship is absolutely massive. It's huge. You can see here in comparison we have basically Hosho, which was a tutorial we did a while back ago, but Japanese carrier here. You can just see the sheer size of it. It's basically the size, if not bigger, than Hosho. So just a massive ship here. I think this is Hosho at least. Let me just make sure I'm not saying the wrong one. Kaga. So my bad. Kaga. But yeah, impressive ship, to say the very least. So obviously, is completely redesigned compared to the old Yamato. We have all different anti-aircraft gun positions, the main 18-inch guns here. This one here features actual rigging now, so we have some rigging that goes from the bow to the main conning tower here. Complete redesign of the conning tower, just basically made it look more accurate and consistent with that of the Yamatos. All the secondary batteries here, which really is one of the key highlights of the Yamato, I think, is the really cool positioning of all the secondaries around the conning tower, and obviously all of the smokestack, all the AA gun positions, rangefinders, all that fun stuff. And then we have the kind of iconic kind of tri-bar mast here in the back. And then we have our last turret back here, and then all of our kind of instruments here and all that stuff for the seaplane launchers and the hangar and all that stuff that they would be dropped into. So overall, a really impressive looking ship, and just looks absolutely stunning, and he's going to make an awesome ship to add to your World War II scenarios. Maybe you can put it into a little bit of greater use than the Japanese did in World War II. A little bit of a slow roast there, but anyways, that's going to do it for this overview. Let's go and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our first layer. We're going ahead and start with layer 1. Now, a few things I want to mention before we go ahead and get started here is if you're completely new to my path to build tutorials, the way I like to structure these tutorials is I like to do half on camera, half off. What this means is we're building the whole center line of the ship, and then we're going to be building the right side of the hull, basically and then it'll be up to you guys to copy the right side over to the left side. Kind of speeds up the beginning portions where we're building up this hull, which is basically symmetrical on both sides. And once we get into the more intricate details like the superstructure, the turrets, and all that stuff, we're going to go ahead and basically do each layer all together. So for the first like 5 layers, I believe, for this build, we're going to be doing the half on, half off. So just thrown out there to mention that. Also, if you do plan on putting this in the water, which I imagine most of you guys will want to do, you will want to make sure that you position this layer correctly. So you can see here we have brick top slabs basically making up the whole bottom of the hull of the ship here. This right here is going to be 2 blocks underwater. So you can see here this line right here representing the surface of the water, or basically the top water blocks. And then you have a full space below, and then just like that. So basically 2 blocks of water are above this row brick slab. So very important. If you build it too low in the water, too high, it's not going to look proper, and it's going to sit kind of weird. So again, make sure that's correct. Anyways, to go ahead and get started here. Now, our first row here is going to be a very long row of brick top slabs. It's going to basically run from the front all the way to the rear. So for this, we're just going to go ahead and basically get a count for you guys to make sure it's completely accurate. And in total, we're going to have 52 brick top slabs running from a row from the front there all the way to the back. And that's going to pretty much run most of the length of the ship. So kind of gives you a good idea on the actual size of the ship that's we're basically making here. We then want to go ahead and skip 2 spaces after your row of 52, and we're going to place down 2 more brick top slabs on the back here for what will be the rudder. And that right there is going to do it there for your center line. Now from this point here, everything we do on the one side will be copied over to the other side. So just make sure you're paying close attention to that and all that stuff. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to go ahead and count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 brick top slabs back. Actually, sorry, 7 brick top slabs back. And we're going to go ahead and then place down a brick top slab at the side here. So this brick top slab, we're going to go back from it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42 brick top slabs back. Again, to go ahead and double check our count here, we should have 43 blocks in total, since we've went 42 back from this one. And there should be a total of 6 brick top slabs sticking out on the front here, and there should be 3 brick top slabs sticking out at the center here toward the rear. So just make sure that's correct on both sides. Anyways, once that's done, we're going to then go to our row here that we just built to the side. So we have 4 brick top slabs. We're going to go to our 5th one, and we're going to place down a brick top slab at the side. We're going to go ahead and then go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36 brick top slabs back. So in total here, you should have a row of 37 brick top slabs on the side here. You should have 4 that stick out here toward the front, and in the back here, there should be 2 that stick out from the previous row, like so. Our next row here, going back up to the front, we're going to go ahead and count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our 6 brick top slab. We're going to place down 1 at the side. And then we're going to go ahead and go back from it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29 brick top slabs back, giving you a total of 30 brick slabs in total. And again, in the front here, 5 should stick out from the previous row, and on the back here, 2 should stick out toward the rear. After that, again, going up to the front here, we're going to go to our sides. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our 6 brick top slab back. We're going to place down 1 top slab out to the side, and then go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Save a row of 21 in total. Again, let's double check our count here. 21 blocks, and we should have a total of 5 that stick out toward the front, and 5 that stick out toward the rear. Looking at from above here, we should have something that looks just like this here once we transfer the right side over to the left side. And just to kind of give you guys a little bit more of a clear view, we'll delete these blocks here. And this is what it should look like overall for layer number 1. With that all complete there, that is going to wrap up layer 1. And with that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 2. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we'll be moving into layer 2. Now, one thing I want to mention is for this model over here, I didn't notice it, but I still had red terracotta, which was part of my old designs, and I'm using red concrete now, so you can use red terracotta still if you want to, but we're going to be going ahead and using red concrete. So I just want to mention that in case somebody, kind of freaks out or whatever. But anyways, to go ahead and get started with, we're going to go to the bow of the ship. We're going to place down a brick stair. on top of this brick top slab. We then want to go and go back from it with 1, 2, 3, and 4 red concrete blocks. We're going to go and go to the side here of the 4th red concrete block placed on a brick wall, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 red concrete blocks back from that wall. On the last 2 blocks here, we're going to place down 2 brick walls to the side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red concrete blocks back, and then 1 and 2 brick walls on the side of these 2 red concrete blocks. We're going to go and then place down 1 and 2 red concrete blocks back from those 2 brick walls. We then want to go and go off of this red concrete block with a brick upside down stair, coming off it at an angle like so, and then a second brick stair after that. We're going to go and then take our red concrete, we're going to place down a row of, or sorry, this stair right here is going to be actually a corner stair. So, upside down corner stair like so. And then going back from there, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 red concrete blocks back. So it should stick one past this brick top slab. On the back here, just like, or the front here should be 2, and the back should be 1. So just make sure that's kind of there for both sides there. We're going to go and then go off this brick, or this red concrete block, place down a brick upside down stair, brick upside down stair coming off it. So this is a corner stair and then a regular stair. And then we want to go and place down a brick top slab coming off that stair like that going back. On the inside here, we're going to place down a red concrete block, followed by a brick upside down stair coming off of it, followed by a second brick upside down stair and a brick top slab. Coming off the brick top slab on the inside here, we're going to place down a red concrete block, and then back from it, we're going to place down a brick upside down stair, followed by a brick upside down corner stair, and then a brick top slab like so. Next to this corner stair, we're going to place down a red concrete block, and then after that, we're going to go and place down a brick upside down stair, come off the red concrete block, and we want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of brick top slabs going back. So 1, 2, 3. For the center, inside here, on top of this brick top slab, so right here, between the 2 corner stairs, we're going to place down a red concrete block, a brick upside down stair that comes off it toward the rear, a brick top slab, and then 2 red concrete blocks on top of these 2 brick top slabs, like so. And then after that's done, we're going to go to this brick top slab here. We're going to place down 2 end rods coming off it toward the rear, followed by a birch slab. And then we want to go and then go to this top slab and place down 1, 2, and 3 end rods, and then a birch slab, like so, for the propellers there on the rear of on the rear of the ship. And that right there is going to basically wrap up that back area like so. So all you need to do now is take the right side, flip it over to the left side, and it'll be pretty much good to go. You can choose to fill this whole layer up on the inside here with red concrete just to kind of make it nice and solid. You know, that's completely up to you guys. I just wanted to give you guys the minimum amount of blocks you needed just to kind of fill in the outline here for the ship. But again, you can fill that in completely if you do want to. And if you are putting this in the water, you'll probably want to use sponges or at least something to kind of soak up all the water so you don't have a bunch of water sitting in it. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we have layer 3. Now, one thing I want to go and mention here for layer 3 real quick is if everything is built correctly, the water level should be at this level right here for this layer. So our tops of our red concrete blocks here should be sticking out of the water just a tiny bit, and our water surface is going to be here to the sides like so. So just want to make sure that that's correct again, to make sure you guys are not making any mistakes super early on and having to rebuild your build, which would definitely suck. Anyways, to go ahead and get started with, we're going to place down a red concrete block on top of this one right here, followed by 1 and 2 red concrete blocks back. And we're going to go ahead and basically have a row 3 here. We're going to then place down a brick wall to the side of this red concrete block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 red concrete blocks back from it, so you have a total of 4. We're going to then go to the last 2 blocks, place down 2 brick walls to the side here, and then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red concrete blocks back from those. We then want to place down 2 brick walls, coming off the last 2 red concrete blocks, and then after the brick walls, we're going to go back 1, 2, 3 brick walls, or red concrete blocks back like so. We're going to go ahead and go to the 3rd red concrete block, place down a brick upside down stair, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30 red concrete blocks back. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 brick upside down stairs, and then a brick top slab. On the inside here, the brick top slab, we're going to place down a red concrete block, and then a second red concrete block back. We're going to go ahead and then place down a brick upside down stair, followed by a brick top slab. On the inside here of the brick top slab, we're going to place down a red concrete block, followed by a second one back, and then a brick upside down stair, followed by a brick top slab. On the inside here, next to the top slab, we're going to place down a red concrete block, one more red concrete block back, And we're going to go ahead and then place down a brick upside down corner stair coming off that red concrete block, and a brick upside down stair coming off it, so this turns into a corner stair like so. And then the space in between these two upside down stairs, we're going to place down basically 2 red concrete blocks to fill that space in just like that. And with that all done there, one thing I also want to add is I forgot to do these acacia wood trapdoors from layer 2, and basically we're going to go ahead and cover those in this layer as well. So for us to go ahead and get started here from the previous layer, we want to go ahead and go down our red concrete blocks. Now basically where we have our top slabs here, the red concrete blocks on top of them are all going to have acacia wood trapdoors all the way along the side here. So we're going to go ahead and just place these like so, all the way along the side, and we want to make sure we close every single one of them like so, to go ahead and kind of create the bulge here of the armor on the side for the torpedo belt. Now once that's done, we're going to go ahead and basically go up from this row and place down another row of acacia wood trapdoors, again all the way across here, and we're going to make sure that they're all closed. So just like this. And once we have that all complete there, we want to go and go to the front, and we're going to place down 2 more trapdoors on the top row coming off the front, and then toward the back here we're going to place down 2 more trapdoors that go back as well, just like that. And obviously the same thing will be done to the other side, so it should look something just like that along the side here of our ship. And with all out of the way, that's going to basically do it for layer 3. Again, you can go and choose to fill this layer in if you do want to. That's going to be our last section of basically the underwater section of the hull, and we're going to go and start getting into the hull portion that does stick out above the water in the next few layers. So anyways, that's it for layer 3. Let's move on to layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a andesite wall on top of this red concrete block, and a stone block that goes directly back from the andesite wall like that to go ahead and make your front center. We're going to go ahead and skip back here to the rear of the ship, and on the rear of the ship here, we're going to place down a stone block on top of this red concrete block here, followed by a second stone block forward, a gray concrete block, 2 daylight detectors, and another gray concrete block. We can also turn the daylight detectors here to the night mode to kind of get a more kind of I guess light blue grayish color to kind of match our ship here. So just like that, and also on the back here of this stone block, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor, and that right there is going to complete the center line here for the ship. Moving out to the sides here, we're going to place down an andesite wall, followed by 1, 2, and 3 stone blocks back, andesite wall here to the side of the 3rd stone block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone blocks back from that andesite wall. Come on the last 2 blocks here, we're going to place down 2 andesite walls to the side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 andesite walls back from those 2 walls. On the last 3 blocks here, we're going to place down andesite walls there along the side. And we want to go ahead and then take our stone blocks and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31 stone blocks back, followed by 2 andesite walls like so. We then want to go ahead and go on the inside here, the 2 andesite walls, we're going to place down 2 stone blocks, followed by a 3rd one, and then 2 andesite walls back. Come off these 2 andesite walls on the inside, we're going to place down 2 stone blocks, followed by a 3rd one back, and then again 2 andesite walls back. On the inside here, next to our gray concrete block here, we're going to place down 1 gray concrete block here, followed by 1, 2 back, so you have a row of 3. And then we're going to place down 1 and 2 stone blocks back, and then an andesite wall here on the very back like so to go and kind of wrap up the rear of the ship there. And basically that's all you need to do for this layer. You're just going to go ahead and take what we did on the right side and flip it over to the left side, and looking at from above here, this is what you should have for the outline here for layer number 4. Again, you can go and choose to fill the inside up with stone if you want to, but for the sake of our tutorial, we'll just leave it open to show you guys basically the outline of basically the bare minimum that you need to have basically built for this layer. Anyways, that right there is it for layer number 4, and with that, let's move into layer 5. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer 5. Layer 5 here is going to be the last layer. We're going to be doing half on, half off, and then from this point on, we'll be going ahead and basically building everything all together, both sides, as we start to get into the superstructure and the more detailed, intricate parts of the build. But anyways, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a stone block on top of this andesite wall, and then coming off that stone block, we're going to place down a stone upside down stair, followed by an iron trapdoor coming off the stair going forward. We're going to go ahead and go back from the stone block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so in total you have a row of 6 of stone blocks like so. We're then going to go ahead and place down a long row of spruce wood planks, that's going to go all the way back, and in total, this row is going to be 38 spruce wood planks long. You will need to place these spruce wood planks and fill in all this top section here, because this will be visible from the outside of the tutorial, or at least outside of the build. We're going to go and then place down a stone block after our 38 spruce wood planks. So a stone block, followed by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 stone blocks in total. We're going to go and then skip this space right here. We're going to place down a stone slab, a stone brick stair, a andesite wall, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor coming off that andesite wall toward the back there. And that right there is going to be the center line here of the ship. From this point here, we're going to start working our way out to the sides. To begin with, we're going to go to this first stone block up here. We're going to place down a stone upside down stair, which is going to be coming off of it like that to the side. We then want to take our stone blocks. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stone blocks to go back from it. We're going to go and then take our spruce wood planks, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and 38. Spruce wood planks back. So again, same as the center line there. And then we're going to go ahead and go for stone blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 back. And then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4. Stone slabs back. And then a stone upside down stair coming off this andesite wall there on the back. Our next row, going up to the front here, we're going to go and go to our third and fourth stone blocks on the side here. We're going to place down 2 andesite walls like so, followed by a stone block here, and then a second stone block after that. We're then going to go ahead and take our spruce wood planks. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and 37 stone blocks back this time. So just like that. And we want to go and then take our stone blocks, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 stone blocks back, followed by an andesite wall, and then another stone block. On the sides here of the stone block, here we're going to place down 2 dark wood signs wrapped around it, like so. After that's done, again going up to our front here, we're going to go ahead and go to our first spruce wood plank on the side here. We're going to place down an andesite wall, followed by a second andesite wall back, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone blocks. We're going to go and then switch to spruce wood planks and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. See, let me go and lost count here, a little bit of block lag here. So we have 24 blocks, and then we have 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32 spruce wood planks back. So sorry about that, a little bit of lag there for some reason on the server, so that was kind of weird. But anyways, after that, we're going to go then take our stone blocks. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stone blocks back, and then a andesite wall, just like that. After that's done, again, going up to the front here, we're going to go ahead and go to this spruce wood plank. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 andesite walls, followed by a row of 2 of stone blocks. So 1, 2 stone full blocks, followed by a stone stair like so, and a stair come off it. So that's a corner stair, and then a regular stair like so. We then want to take our andesite walls. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 walls back, followed by a stone upside down stair, andesite wall, 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 and stone upside down stair. So you should have a total of 5 of these stone upside down stairs with basically andesite walls in between them. We then want to take our andesite walls, and after our 5th stair, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 andesite walls back, a stone stair, and a stone corner stair like so. And then after that, we're going to place down 2 stone blocks back. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves iron trapdoors. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron trapdoors on the top portion of these stone blocks, like that, going back along the side there. And after that's all complete there, that is going to basically wrap it up what we have here for layer number 5 for the build. Here's what it should look like from up above. Again, make sure all your decking and stone and all that stuff is placed in the correct spots. And with that, that's going to wrap up what we have here for layer number 5. And with that, let's go ahead and start working on some of the superstructure with layer number 6. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer 6. Layer 6 here is probably going to be our longest layer, as we do have a lot of stuff going on here, basically revolving around building our superstructure and kind of getting the build set up for the rest of the tutorial, which is going to basically be building off of this layer in particular. So let's go ahead and get started with this layer. So to begin with, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a birch stair on top of this iron trapdoor with the back of the stair facing toward the front. We then want to go ahead and place down a birchwood button on the back of the stair, followed by an item frame and then a block of gold in the item frame rotated around so it's kind of like this. And this right here is going to basically represent the Emperor's crest or seal or something of that sort here that is on the front of all basically Japanese, Imperial Japanese capital ships. We then want to go ahead and go back from the stair, 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone slabs. After that's done, we're going to go and place down 2 placeholder blocks coming off the iron trapdoor and stairs here. And we're going to place down a skeleton skull here on the first one here, and then the one up here to the front. We're going to place down a skull at a slight angle, like so. And same thing on the other side there to kind of form the bow of the ship a little bit better. After that, we're going to place down a stone slab back on both sides here, and then 2 cobblestone slabs directly after those 2 stone slabs. We also want to go ahead and go to the side of this stair, which for some reason was not included on the build originally, and we want to go ahead and make the anchor here. So for this, we're going to go ahead and place those 2 item frames, and we're going to go into our create a menu, grab ourselves a crossbow. We're going to place it on a crossbow, rotate it around so it's facing downwards like that for the anchors here on the front of the ship. Anyways, after that's done, we're going to then place down a redstone dust piece on both sides going back, and then a redstone repeater with the notches flicked as far back as possible, like so. In the space in between the redstone dust here, we're going to place down a skeleton skull. We then want to place down a stone slab right here in the middle, and then a skeleton skull again to both sides. Once that's all finished there, we're going to go and take our wither skeleton skulls. We're going to skip a space of 3 back. We're going to place down a row of 3 across like so. We're going to go and then place down a stone slab here in the middle, and then coming off it, we're going to place down an item frame facing toward the front. To both sides of this slab, we're going to place down a skeleton skull at a slight angle, like so. And we want to go and then place down a iron trapdoor on this spruce wood plank like that, or yeah, spruce wood plank to both sides there. And for this, real simply, we're going to go and take dark liquid signs and wrap them around the iron trapdoor, like so. And actually, sorry, this is going to be 1 more back, so just like this. So it's an iron trapdoor is going to go back from these skulls here at an angle, like so. And we want to go and place down a dark liquid sign, and then the one on the side here, we're just going to go and leave that space open. And same thing over here as well. Now, once that's done, we're going to go ahead and get into our first gun. So for our first gun here, we're going to go and skip basically 3 spaces back from the stone slab here. So 1, 2, and then our third one here, we're going to place down a birchwood stair, followed by a birchwood corner stair, coming off of it to both sides. We then want to take our end rods, and coming off those stairs, we're going to place down 2 end rods like this, going off of each one of those stairs. From that, we're going to go and place down a stone block here in the middle, followed by a stone stair to both sides, and then come off the face of the stone stair, we're going to place down a skeleton skull, like so. We're going to go and take our stone blocks, we're going to place down another row of 3, stone blocks across, and then again a skeleton skull to both sides. We're going to go and then place down a stone upside down stair here in the middle, followed by a stone upside down corner stair to both sides like that to go and kind of round off and complete our turret here. One last thing we want to do is for the rangefinders on the sides here, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor, come off the corner stairs to both sides there. After that's done, we're going to go and place down a stone block here in the middle, followed by an andesite wall to both sides. We're going to place down a row of 3 of stone blocks across, followed by a stone block in the middle, and then an andesite wall to both sides. And then coming off the andesite walls, we're going to place down a stone block on both sides of those, basically both sides coming off those andesite walls like so. We also want to go ahead and go to the side here, and we're going to go ahead and go to the spruce wood planks right here, so these 2. We're going to place down 2 levers like so on both sides, flicked out to the outside. And then on tops of those spruce wood planks, we're also going to place down item frames like so. And those are going to be basically some small anti-aircraft gun positions here. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then skip a space from the stone blocks, and we're going to place down a stone block here, followed by a second one back, and then 2 andesite walls to both sides for our barbette. That's going to be for the main secondary right here. We then want to go ahead and place down a lever to both sides right here, followed by an item frame on the block that the lever is, like that to make, again, some anti-aircraft gun positions. We're going to go and then skip 2 spaces back from this, so 1, 2, and we're going to place down a lever and then a item frame. So same thing again, item frame and a lever like so. We want to go and then skip a total 2 spaces back from the stone block, so 1, 2, and we're going to place down a stone block here, followed by an andesite wall to both sides. Once we have that done, we're going to do the same thing again, stone block, andesite wall to both sides here. And then at this point here, we want to go and grab ourselves a stone brick stair. We're going to place down a stone brick stair here, followed by a dark liquid fence gate coming off the front of the stair like so. Our next row here, we're going to take stone blocks. We're going to place down a row of 3 across the center here. Or sorry, my bad, actually a row of 4, rather. Or row of 5, sorry. And then a stone brick stair to the side here, and a dark oak fence gate coming off like that. And we're going to then take our stone blocks here again. And we want to go and place down another row of 5. Going across like so. We're going to go and then grab ourselves an andesite wall, place down an andesite wall next to this stair on both sides here, and then a stone brick stair coming off that andesite wall, dark oak fence gate coming off the face of the stair like that to both sides there. Our next row here is going to be a row of 7 of stone blocks across, and we want to go and then place down a spruce wood pressure plate, which is going to be going on top of these walls here. And while we have the spruce wood pressure plates out, going ahead and focus our attention back to the front of the ship here. We're going to go and take our spruce wood pressure plates. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on those walls here. And then also 1 and 2 on those 2 stone full blocks. We're also going to take our pressure plates, place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the front here. And then we're going to go ahead and place down 1 and 2 like that for the front. So again, same thing over here, 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So just kind of creating more of our deck space there, and more kind of our shaping for the deck on the front there. Anyways, after that, we're going to go and then switch back to our stone blocks. We're going to go and do another row of 5 here, followed by an andesite wall to both sides, and then coming off the andesite wall, we're going to place down a stone brick stair with our dark oak fence gates coming off the front of the stair like so. We're going to go and then place down a stone pressure plate on top of these 2 andesite walls to the sides there. And we want to go ahead and then take our stone blocks, and for our stone blocks here, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, like so. Our next row here, we're going to place down another row of 5 of stone blocks across, andesite wall to both sides, stone brick stair, coming off the face of the stone brick stair, a dark oak fence gate, like so. Next row here, row 7 of stone blocks across, followed by a spruce wood pressure plate to both sides. Our next row here, another row of 7 of stone blocks across, followed by a stone brick stair on both sides with a dark oak fence gate coming off like so. Our next row, a row of 5 of stone blocks, followed by an andesite wall to both sides, and coming off the andesite walls on top of this one right here, we're going to place down a spruce pressure plate just like that. Alright guys, going ahead and continuing on, we're going to go ahead and go to our next row here. We're going to take our stone blocks and we're going to place down a row of 7 again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of stone blocks across, a stone brick stair, and a stone dark fence gate, sorry, coming off the front of the stair, like so, for our secondary guns. Our next row here, another row of 7 of stone blocks across, like so, this time with a spruce pressure plate on top of the andesite wall to both ends. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of 5 of stone blocks across the center here. A stone brick stair, dark oak fence gate coming off the front of the stair, like that to both sides. We're going to go ahead and place down another row of 5 of stone blocks across. And then at this point here, we're going to place down a spruce pressure plate on top of these 2 andesite walls there to both sides. After that, we're going to go ahead and then take our stone blocks, place down a row of 3 across the middle here, andesite wall to both sides. And then for our next row, we want to go and place down another stone block here in the center, followed by a stone stair to both sides like so. Now, for the back here, we're going to place down 2 stone blocks coming off the middle block, and then 2 andesite walls here to both sides like so. We're going to go ahead and then build our turret, which is going to be a stone upside down stair like so, stone corner stair coming off both sides of it, and then an iron trapdoor to the sides. We're going to take our stone blocks, place down a row of 3 of stone blocks across, stone block in the middle here, stone stair to both sides of that stone block, and then we want to go and then take our birchwood stairs, and we're going to place down a row of 3 of birchwood stairs, so we have a stair in the middle and then corner stair to both sides. And then of course, coming off those stairs there, we're going to place down 1 and 2 and rods going back from each one of those birchwood stairs. We're also going to go ahead and take our skeleton skulls, and we're going to place down 1 and 2 skeleton skulls on the sides, on the side of the stone block and the stone stair like that. Once we have that all finished there, we're going to go and grab our iron bars, our levers in our item frames, and we're going to go to the sides here. We're going to place down a lever right here. We're going to skip 2 spaces, place down a lever right here, and have a flick with the outside here item frame. So again, for our anti-aircraft gun positions here, so just like that. And we also want to take our spruce pressure plates, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 along there. And then over here, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4 on top of those andesite walls. Now we're also going to go ahead and place down one on top of this first stone block right here. And then on top of this spruce wood plank, we're going to have a lever and then an item frame. So same thing over here, lever, item frame, and then a spruce plank right there. Now once we get to this section, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves rails. We're going to go ahead and go back from this lever here. 1, 2, 3 rails back, and then we're going to go and go in one, so you have a kind of a curve there. And we're going to go and then take this lever, and or this rail, we're going to go and go back 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then we're going to go and turn it toward the inside, like so, for our kind of tracks here. And we're going to do the same thing over here. So 1, 2, 3, turn in 1, then go back from this rail 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we're going to turn in 1 like that for the tracks here for basically the seaplanes to be moved around the rear deck. Now we also want to go ahead and grab our lever, and for another anti-aircraft gun position, we're going to place down a lever here and an item frame. Same thing over here on this side as well, like so. Once we have that done for some of the details here, we want to go ahead and place down a redstone repeater right here. And then along the sides here from it, we're going to go and place down 1 and 2 stone buttons, 1 and 2. And one quick adjustment I want to make here is these rails actually need to go and turn one more. So we're going to go and delete these 2 rails here, and then it's going to turn right there. So my bad on that one. Just make that quick adjustment. So it should look like this here on the rear deck. Anyways, once that's done there, we're going to take our light gray carpet, and on top of the stone block here, so actually it would be better if we use stone pressure plates. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone pressure plates here on top of the iron trapdoors, and that's going to be the same thing there on both sides, like so. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a stone brick stair. We're going to place down a stone brick stair on this last iron trapdoor with a dark oak wood sign coming off of it like this to the side. And then we're going to go ahead and then place down another stone brick stair right here in this location. Again, a dark oak wood sign here, or fence gate coming off of it like that to both sides. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick stair on top of these 2 stone blocks. Coming off the stone brick stairs, we're going to place down item frames, and we want to go ahead and then place down black beds in the item frames like so. And we're going to go ahead and also grab ourselves dark oak wood signs and place down dark oak wood signs over the fronts of the stairs like so. We're going to go and then grab ourselves some cobblestone slabs, iron trapdoors, stone brick walls, and some dark oak wood signs here. For the catapults, we're going to place down a stone brick wall on top of these 2 stone blocks. Coming off of it toward the front of the ship, we're going to place down 2 cobblestone top slabs, and then we want to go and place down a iron trapdoor like that on the end there. Going toward the rear here, we're going to place down 2 cobblestone top slabs that go back like so, and also a dark oak wood sign on both sides of this stone brick wall. So same thing over here on this side are 2 dark oak wood signs, 2 cobblestone top slabs going back in both directions, and the iron trapdoor on the side facing toward the front of the ship. So like that for our catapults. And once we have that done there, we're going to take our stone brick walls. We're going to place down a stone brick wall on top of this stone brick stair here. We also want to go ahead and grab ourselves a lever. And for the rear here, anti-aircraft guns, we're going to place down 2 levers and 2 item frames like that for the rear. And also, we're going to go ahead and place down an end rod on top of this andesite wall here. And we're going to go and follow it up by placing down 2 iron bars that go up from it like so. And that's going to be basically the rear kind of mast, or I'm not really sure what you want to call it, but basically that little rear pole that sticks up on the back of the ship. And that right there is going to pretty much do for this layer. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything, but that should be it. As you can see here, lots of detail getting jam-packed into basically such a small space here. Actually, one last thing, almost forgot it. Coming off the stone brick wall, we're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair. So knew there was something, glad I caught it. But that's going to be for a rear crane there. And as you can see here, the details starting to come together pretty well. That's just the first layer of the superstructure, so we have a lot more to go. But you can really start to see the shape here starting to take hold. Again, that should be our longest layer, and all the rest of the layers should be shorter from there on. Anyways, that's it for layer 6. And with that, let's go ahead and move into layer number 7. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 7. For layer 7, to start off with, we're going to place down a iron bar on top of this birchwood stair up in the front here. And just so that we can finish off the front little mast here, we're going to place down a skeleton skull on top of it like so, just so that we don't have to worry about that later. Anyways, once that's done, we're going to go ahead and go all the way back here to our first turret. And for our first turret here, we're going to place down a redstone repeater on top of this stone block with the notches flicked far apart like so. After that's done, on top of these 2 iron trapdoors here, we're going to place down 1 more iron trapdoor like so. And we're going to then grab our birchwood stairs. We're going to place down a birchwood stair on that stone block, birchwood corner stair to both sides of the stair, and then coming off it, going toward the front here, we're going to place down 2 levers, like so, coming off each one of those stairs. We're going to go then place down a stone block here, stone stair to both sides, and we're going to then take our stone blocks and place down a row of 3 across. Just like the front turret, we're going to place down skeleton skulls on the sides of the stair and these full blocks. And then we're going to go ahead and place down a stone upside down stair here in the center, stone upside down corner stair to both sides, and then coming off that corner stair, we're going to place down a iron trapdoor, like so. After that's done, going ahead and going back to our secondary gun here, we're going to place down a stone block, followed by a stone stair back, and then on these 2 walls here, we're going to place down basically 2 skeleton skulls, just like that. With that done, going ahead and going back here to our superstructure here, we're going to place down a stone block here, followed by a second one back, and then a andesite wall to both sides of the second stone block. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of stone blocks, and after that, we're going to then place down a lever on this stone block with an iron frame, like so. Same thing over here, again for some anti-aircraft gun positions. We're going to place down another row of 3 of stone blocks across. After that, we're going to go and place down a stone brick wall, coming off both ends of that row of 3. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 again of stone blocks across. And then after that row of 3 there, we're going to go and place down a stone stair to both sides like so. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a dispenser. We're going to place down a dispenser on top of that stone block like so. And we want to go and then place down a dark oak defense gate coming off the dispenser. One thing also we're going to do is on both sides of the dispenser, we're going to place down a skeleton skull. And it's going to be the same thing here for this dispenser on this side as well. Now, once that's done there, we're going to go and then place down a stone corner stair, coming off these 2 stairs, and then a row of 3 of stone blocks across in between them. For this next section here, we want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of stone blocks, followed by another brick upside down stair to both sides, and a dark oak defense gate coming off the bare brick stair like so. And we're also going to go ahead and place down a wither skeleton skull coming off the side here of this narrow brick stair like that. We're going to go ahead and then place down another row of 3 of stone blocks across, and we're going to go ahead and then place down another row of 3 like that going all the way across as well. Now when we get to this part here, we're going to go ahead and then place down a andesite wall on both sides here, and just like we did for this dispenser, we're going to go and do the same thing. So we're going to place down a dispenser here to both sides, a dark oak defense gate coming off the dispenser, and then a skeleton skull here to both sides of it like so. And going to basically create this secondary. After that, we're going to place down another row of 3 of stone blocks across, a andesite wall again to both sides. We're going to place down another row of 3 stone blocks across, and again an andesite wall to both sides like so, followed by a light gray carpet on top of these andesite walls like that to both sides. We're going to go ahead and place down another row of 3 of stone blocks across, followed by again a andesite wall to both sides there. And we want to go and then place down another row of 3 of stone blocks, followed by a stone stair to both sides this time. We're going to go and then place down a dispenser on the stone block there to both sides, and skeleton skulls come off both sides of the dispensers, and dark oak defense gates come out the side facing toward the outside there for the guns. Same thing over here on this side as well. Once we have that done, we're going to go and then place down a row of 3 of stone full blocks, followed by a narrow brick upside down stair. And actually next to this dispenser here, we're actually going to delete the skeleton skull here on the sides facing toward the rear, because we're going to have a dark defense gate coming off this narrow brick stair like that toward the rear there. And then after that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down another row of 3 of stone blocks across the middle, followed by a stone brick stair, and then a dark oak defense gate coming off the stone brick stair. Same thing over here as well, just like that. Once that's done there, we're going to go and place down a stone block in the center, followed by an andesite wall to both sides of it. We then want to place down a skeleton skull here in the middle, and then to both sides of the skeleton skull, we're going to place down a end rod. After that, we're going to place down a stone block here in the center, skeleton skull to both sides of it, a stone brick stair coming off the stone block, and then a skeleton skull on both sides of the stone brick stair. For the turret here, we're going to place down a row of 5 of iron trapdoors across. We're going to go and then follow this up by placing down a lever on top of these 2 stone blocks. We want them facing toward the outsides like so. And we're going to go then place down iron frames on the same blocks that the levers are on. And then we're going to go and place down a redstone repeater on the middle stone block between the stairs with the notches spread apart, like so, for the rear gun. After that's done, moving head back to our crane here, we're going to place down a stone brick wall on top of this one, and then coming off the stone brick wall, kind of going forward like so, we're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair. Once that's all done, we'll go ahead and just kind of finish the crane off just so we don't have to worry about it later. We're going to go and go 2 end rods up from the stone brick wall, and we're going to then place down a skeleton skull on top of the end rod, like so. We then want to go ahead and go from this first end rod here, and we're going to place down 1 and 2 iron trapdoors forward, and then a stone brick upside down stair coming off of it. And then on the top here, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 iron trapdoors, followed by a stone brick slab, and then a stone brick slab like that, and then an iron trapdoor or iron bar that comes down like that for the rear crane. And also, if you do want to add the seaplanes, I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do those as well. Now, seaplanes here, super simple design. I've used this a couple times, but real simple. All we're going to do here is we're going to go and go to the side of this cobblestone slab here. We're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate to both sides, a green carpet on top of those fence gates, dark oak wood slab between them, zombie head come off the slab toward the front, and a dark oak wood stair on the back there. Not the nicest looking little plane here, but kind of the best we got for the scale we're working at. And we can go and do the same thing over here on this side. Now you can go ahead and kind of mix and match here. You can have one side have a seaplane, one side not. You can have one in the water being picked up, or you can have one flying around it. But you know, either way, you have some options here for these planes, and you can kind of create some cool little additions to kind of go along with the ship and all that stuff. So we have our 2 seaplanes there on those rear launchers, and that right there is going to complete that back section there. And with that, that's going to complete layer number 7, I believe, here for the ship. As you can see, we have our main guns pretty much built, and a lot of our secondaries in the midship section game built up. Anyways, that right there is it for layer number 7. With that, let's go and move into our next layer, layer number 8. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we'll be moving into layer 8. For layer 8, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go to turret number 2 here, and we're going to place down a row of 5 of iron trapdoors across the top here like so. We then want to place down a lever on top of these 2 stone blocks like so, and then an item frame on that stone block like that to go and create your anti-aircraft gun positions here. And we're going to also place down a redstone repeater on this stone block with the notches split apart like that, so just like we did for turret number 3 there in the back. Once that's done, go ahead and go into the secondary battery here. We're going to place down a stone brick stair like so, followed by a skeleton skull to both sides of it. Coming off the skeleton skull and the stone brick stair, we're going to place down 3 end rods like so. And then on the back here, we want to go ahead and very simply just place down a stone full block with a skeleton skull again to both sides like so. And that's going to do it there for our secondary for the time being. Once that's done, go ahead and move it back to this section here. We're going to place down a stone upside down stair like so. And around that stone upside down stair, we're going to place down item frames with black concrete blocks in those item frames like so. We're going to go ahead and also grab some dark oak wood signs, and we're going to place down dark oak wood signs here on the sides here of the stair all the way around like so. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone block back, followed by an andesite wall, again to both sides. There's stone block back, again andesite wall to both sides, like that going back. We're going to go ahead and place down another stone block, andesite wall, again to both sides here. And once we get to this point here, we're going to take our dispenser, our observer blocks, which for some reason it will not let me grab, which is kind of weird. So let me go ahead and grab these real quick. I think it's in redstone. There we go. So our observer blocks. Okay, so we're now going to place down observer blocks on these stone brick walls, and the observer blocks are kind of weird to place. You gotta like kind of go to the side here like so, and kind of place them this way so that the face of the observer block is sticking toward the outside. So kind of funky, but just make sure that the face is facing toward the outside. We then want to place down a dark oak wood sign. That's going to basically cover up the face like so, and then we're going to place down a skeleton skull on both sides of the observer blocks like so, basically for the rangefinders here on the side of the ship. We then want to go and place down another stone block here, followed by a andesite wall to both sides. We're going to place down another stone block in the center here, followed by, again, an andesite wall to both sides. This time we're going to have a skeleton skull come off the side here of that wall, like so. And again, we're going to place down another stone block here in the center, andesite wall to both sides. This time we're going to place down a redstone repeater with the notches spread apart on top of these nether brick upside down stairs. We're going to go and then place down a row 3 of stone blocks across, followed by a second row of 3. And then on top of this andesite wall here, we're going to have a light gray carpet. Once that's done there, we're going to go and place down a row of 3 of stone blocks across, this time with a narrow brick upside down stair coming off both sides here, dark oak fence gate coming off the front of the stair here, and then we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull coming off the sides here of the narrow brick stair like so. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of stone blocks across, followed by a narrow row of 3, and then a light gray carpet on top of the inside wall there to both sides. When we get to this section here, we want to go ahead and place down a stone brick stair here in the center, which is going to be facing that direction, and then we want to go ahead and then place down a end rod to both sides of that stair. We're also going to go ahead and place down a stone brick wall, which is going to be on top of this stone stair to both sides like so. After that, we're going to place down a row of 3 of stone blocks across, followed by a redstone pier with the notches spread apart like that on both sides on those narrow brick stairs like that. We're going to place down another stone block there in the center, inside wall again to both sides, stone block in the middle here again, and an inside wall again to both sides. Once we have that done there, we're going to place down a stone upside down stair on top of these end rods. So just like that. And then for this section back here, we're going to place down 3 iron trapdoors across that section there. And we want to go ahead and place down a dark oak fence gate on top of the stone brick stair and have it opened up toward the front of the ship like so. And that right there is going to basically wrap it up there for what we have for layer 8. And as you can see here, getting more of the superstructure kind of game built up and all that fun stuff. So anyways, that right there is it for layer 8. Let's go and move into our next layer, layer number 9. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 9. For layer 9 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go to our conning tower. We're going to go ahead and go to the top here of this upside down stair, and we want to go ahead and place down a stone slab. So we're going to place down a stone slab on top of it just like that. Going back from it, we're going to place down a stone full block, followed by a second stone full block back, and then on both sides of the second stone full block, we're going to place down a stone stair like that to both sides. And then coming off the stone stairs here, we're going to place down wither skeleton skulls facing forward. We're going to place down another stone block there in the center, followed by an andesite wall to both sides, and then a dark oak sign coming off the side of the andesite wall. We then want to go ahead and place down a stone stair facing this direction here on those 2 andesite walls, and a stone block there in the middle, and a dark oak sign coming off the face of the stair like so. After that's all done there, we're going to take our iron trapdoors, and we're going to place down a row of 3 iron trapdoors across that section there. And we're going to go and then follow this up by placing down a stone brick stair to both sides like that, an item frame, and then in that item frame we're going to place down a black bed and a dark oak sign over the stair like so. So same thing over here, just like that. Once that's done, we want to go and then place down another iron trapdoor in the center here, followed by a stone brick stair again to both sides. Same thing again, item frame, black bed, dark oak sign, item frame, black bed in the item frame, and a dark oak sign. We then want to go ahead and place down a stone block here in the center, and then to both sides a iron trapdoor. We're going to place down an item frame coming off the sides of the iron trapdoor, and then in that item frame we're going to place down snowballs like this for some of the spotlights on the ship. We're going to place down another stone block here in the center, and then we're going to take our andesite walls and we're going to place down an andesite wall to both sides. We're going to place down another stone block in the center, this time with a skeleton skull to both sides, another stone block in the center, and again the andesite wall to both sides like that. We then want to go ahead and place down a iron trapdoor here in the center, followed by a skeleton skull on those 2 stone blocks to both sides. And then on top of this stone brick wall right here, we're going to do the same thing we did up here. So we're going to place down our observer block, so one right here. Oops, completely deleting everything that I need. So stone brick wall here, our observer block, which is not going to want to be placed properly because why would it? But yeah, your observer block right there, and same thing over here like that. And our dark oak signs to both sides on the face of it, and a skeleton skull like so on both sides. And once that's finished there on the center here, we're going to place down an end rod that goes up from those 2 right there, and we want to go and then place down a stone brick wall here in the center. Now we're going to go and then grab our levers. We're going to place down a lever here on top of these 2 stone blocks, and we're going to go and then take our item frames and like we were doing before for the anti-aircraft gun positions. We're going to place down iron frames like that to both sides. Once that's done, we're going to go and place down a skeleton skull here in the center again. This time we're going to place down a iron trapdoor on those 2 blocks here. Iron frames on the side of the iron trapdoor facing toward the lever. So like so. And then we want to go and place down a dark oak sign here on the side of the iron frame, or the iron trapdoor, like that out to the side there. Once that's done there, we're going to place down a andesite wall in the center, followed by a stone stair to both sides like so. And again, with our anti-aircraft guns here, we're going to place down a lever on top of these 2 stone stairs facing to the outsides there, and an iron frame like that on top of that stone block. We're going to go and then place down a skeleton skull on top of the dark oak fence gate there, and then both sides of the skeleton skull, we're going to place down a end rod coming off of it like that to both outer sides like that. And that right there is going to do it there for layer 8. And again, you know, blowing up the superstructure and all that stuff. Let's go ahead and move into our next layer. Actually, one quick thing here, I did forget for our secondary gun that we do have up here. We actually want to place down a dark oak fence gate on top of this stair, facing toward the back here, and then a row of 3 of iron trapdoors across the back like that. So that's what the secondary battery should look like. So just going for that little add-on there. Pretty simple stuff, nothing too crazy. Anyways, that right there is it for layer 8. Let's go and move into layer number 9. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 9. For layer 9, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and go into our secondary battery here. We're going to place down a skeleton skull on top of it, and then to both sides of it a end rod, like so. Once that's all done, we're going to go and place down a stone block on top of this one, and then we're going to place down an item frame. In that item frame, we're going to place down a black bed and a dark oak sign over the side of the block like so. We then want to place down an andesite wall to both sides of that stone block, and we're going to go and then place down a stone block going back from it. We're going to go and place down a stone brick stair to both sides, an item frame coming off the stone brick stair, a black bed in the item frame, and a dark oak sign over it like so. Same thing over here as well. We then want to go ahead and place down a stone stair after that. So, stone stair here to both sides, and in the center here we can place down a stone full block. And we're going to place down a dark oak sign coming off the side of the stone stair. After that, we're going to place down a stone block here in the center, and then a andesite wall to both sides of it. Once we have that done, we're going to place down a stone stair coming off the stone full block with a iron trapdoor to both sides. Coming off the iron trapdoor, we're going to place down an item frame, and in the item frame, we're going to place down a snowball. Same thing over here, like so. Once we have that done, we're going to take our skeleton skulls, and we're going to place down a row of 3 of skeleton skulls that come off the iron trapdoors and stair like that, going toward the rear here. And then we're going to go ahead and place down an iron trapdoor on top of this stone block, like so. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 stone blocks across the space here. An iron trapdoor on top of those 2 andesite walls, iron frames coming off those iron trapdoors, and snowballs in those iron frames. And we're also going to place down an andesite wall in between those iron trapdoors with dark oak signs here on the sides of these trapdoors like that. And same thing over here as well, just like this, on the side here, and then dark oak signs on the side of these iron trapdoors. So just like that. After that's all done, we want to go ahead and then go back to this section here. We're going to place down a skeleton skull at a 45-degree angle here on top of these end rods, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick upside down stair on top of this stone brick wall. So just like that. We also, one thing we want to add for the previous layer is a redstone repeater with the notches spread apart on top of this nether brick stair here to both sides. That's something I forgot to include in the previous layer, so let's go ahead and throw that on there for that. But anyways, on the back here, we then want to go ahead and place down a dispenser block on top of this wall, like so. Coming off both sides of the dispenser block, we're going to place down a skeleton skull. And we then want to go ahead and place down a end rod coming off the skeleton skulls, like so, and a dark oak sign coming off the dispenser block toward the rear, like so. And also we're going to place down a dark oak sign on the inside of it, like so. We then want to take our iron bars, and going up from the end rods here from our little mass back here, we're going to place down 2 iron bars that go up like so. And that right there is going to basically complete what we have for layer number 9 for the build. With that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 10. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 10. For layer 10, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down a iron bar on top of these two end rods, just like that. We then want to go ahead and place down a andesite wall here in the center. And then the both sides of the andesite wall, we're going to place down a stone brick stair, item frames in the stone brick stairs, and black beds in those item frames with dark oak wood signs on the fronts of the stairs like so. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone block here, andesite wall to both sides, stone block again in the center here, and a stone stair again to both sides like this with a dark oak wood sign coming off the face of the stair like so. We then want to go ahead and place down a stone full block in the center here, stone stair to both sides, and a skeleton skull coming off the faces there of those stairs like so. We then want to go ahead and grab iron bars, and we're going to go ahead and place down 1 and 2 iron bars up from this stone stair. Same thing over here. So just like that on both sides there. And on the back here, we're also going to go ahead and go out to the sides of the stairs here. We're going to place down 2 skeleton skulls like that on both sides. Going ahead and moving back to our funnel, we're going to place down a andesite wall here, followed by 1 and 2 stone blocks back, and then another andesite wall, just like that. And then going ahead and going back to our rear mast here, we want to go ahead and then place down a stone brick wall that goes up like so from that stone brick stair, so it kind of fills in this space like so. And then to both sides of it, we're going to place down a narrow brick fence post, like so. And then on top of this dispenser here, we're going to place down a skeleton skull on top of it, just like that. And then go into these iron bars here, we're going to place down 1 more iron bar that goes up on both sides, like so. And with that done, that's going to do it there for layer number 10. And with that, we'll go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 11. Moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 11. For layer 11, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a skeleton skull on top of this andesite wall right there. We then want to go ahead and place down a stone block behind it, followed by an andesite wall to both sides of the stone full block. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of stone full blocks across this section here, a stone full block in the center, and then an andesite wall to both sides like that. We're going to go ahead and then go up from this iron bar, like so, with just a placeholder block, and then we're going to go ahead and go 1 block back, and we're going to place down an iron bar to the side there, like so. So same thing over here, 2 placeholder blocks like that, and then an iron bar out to the side, like so. For our funnel here, we're going to go ahead and grab our black concrete, narrow brick stairs, narrow brick slab. We're going to place down a black concrete block here, narrow brick slab, or narrow brick stair, and a narrow brick slab coming off the stair. Dark oak wood lines on both sides of the stair. And we're also going to go ahead and take some gray some gray banners, sorry. And we're going to go ahead and wrap them around the item frame, or the black concrete block, just like that on the back there. Then on top of this stone brick wall, we're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair, followed by a iron trapdoor to both sides like that. And then we want to go ahead and go up, coming off the iron trapdoors, we're going to place down a narrow brick fence post that goes back on both sides there like so, with a end rod in between those fence posts like that. We then want to go ahead and go back to these iron trapdoors. We're going to go ahead and go, or these iron bars, we're going to go ahead and go up 1, or basically a block like this, and then iron bars come off those blocks, and then we delete the blocks, and we have a design like that. And actually these want to go out to the side as well, so just like we did on the front here, we're going to go ahead and go up, back, or up toward the front, and then out to the sides there. So just like that there on the back for some rigging. And anyways, that right there is going to complete layer 11. With that, we're going to move into our final layers, layers 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And then we have all the rigging to do for the ship. So with that, let's go and move into our final layers, layers 12 through 16. We're going to go ahead and basically put all the top of the conning tower, the mast, and all that stuff, finish that off, and then do our rigging and all that to basically complete the build. So that, let's move into layers 12 through 16. Alright guys, moving into our final layers, we have layers 12 through 16. For these layers to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and go to the top of the conning tower here, and we're going to place down a stone stair on top of the stone block. We're going to place down an item frame coming off the stone stair toward the front, and in that item frame we're going to place down a black bed like so. We then want to go ahead and go to the andesite walls here in the corners, and we're going to place down a skeleton skull at about a 45-degree angle there in those spaces. We're going to go ahead and place down another stone block here in the center, a stone stair to both sides, and coming off that stone stair, we're going to place down a dark oak fence gate out to the sides here, like so. On the back here, we're going to place down a stone stair again, and then we're going to go and place down our skeleton skulls here on both sides, and then a dark oak sign on the face of the stair going back. On top of these iron bars right here, we're going to place down our iron bar that goes up to both sides, like so. Again, going up to our tower here, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone full block on top, like so. We're going to go ahead and then take our iron trapdoors and place down 1, 2, 3, wrapped around those stairs, and actually one right here as well. Now we want to go ahead and then grab a dark oak wood sign. We're going to place down a dark oak wood sign here, come off this slab, an item frame right here, and then a dark oak wood sign. So just kind of creating the top here of this tower. So just like that. And we're going to go ahead and then place down a stone slab in this section here to both sides. Coming off the stone slabs, we're going to place down an item frame to the outsides, and then a snowball in those item frames, like so. We then want to go ahead and go off of the iron trapdoor in the center here with a end rod. We're going to go from these slabs out to the side here with an air stone slab, like so. And we want to go and then go out to the side here with a end rod, like so. So same thing out to the sides there, just like that for the kind of rigging here for the mass. Now after that's done, we're going to go and then place down a dispenser on top of this stone block. We want to go ahead and place down a lever behind it. And then going up from the lever, we're going to place down 2 end rods, like so. On top of the dispenser itself, we're going to place down a skeleton skull. And then to the sides of the dispenser like this, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood fence gates out to both sides. And then on top of those 2 dark oak wood fence gates, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 iron bars, like that. After that's done, for the front here, we're going to place down a skeleton skull come off the dispenser like so, with 2 end rods to both sides. And on the fence gate on the very outsides here, we're going to place down item frames, and in those item frames, we're going to place down black beds. So those will be in both those item frames there to both sides, like that. After that's all complete there, that's going to do it for our forward mast, and we're going to go ahead and now work our way back to the rear here. So for our rear mast, we're going to go and go up from the iron trapdoors with stone brick walls. We then want to go ahead and place down an air brick fence post that comes off these ones going up at an angle like so. And we're going to go ahead and then place down a a iron bar that's going to go up from these ones. And then on top of these iron bars, we're going to place down an air brick fence post like this to both sides. Now in between these air brick fence posts, we're going to go and place down a row of 3 of end rods going across in between them. And then for the back section here, we want to go ahead and go to the space in between these stone brick walls, or basically this space right here. We're going to place down an air brick fence post, and then we're going to go ahead and go up from it. 1. We're going to go ahead and go up and toward the rear, 1 air brick fence post, and we're going to then place down 1 on top of it, like that, to go ahead and make our rear mast there. So it should look something like that for the rear there, to kind of create that interesting tri-mast type design that the ship has. And that right there is going to basically do it for the basic design here for the Yamato, the structure and all that stuff. Now to go ahead and kind of move into the rigging. So for this, we're going to be going ahead and using barrier blocks. They definitely work the best for what we're trying to do here. So I definitely recommend using them because they create really nice rigging type patterns that we can do up on top here. But anyways, let's go ahead and kind of dive into it. So to begin with, we're going to go to this first end rod. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 back. We then want to go ahead and go to this air brick fence post, and we're going to go and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 toward the front. We can go and then take our stone buttons and place them along the sides here, just like that. And we're going to go and do the same thing over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back. And then over here from this air brick fence post, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then stone buttons here all on the sides. Pretty simple, straightforward design there, nothing too complicated. And that's our rigging there in between our main conning tower and our rear mast. Now going toward the front here, this is where it gets a little bit trickier. So for this, we're going to place down, coming off of this end rod, 1, 2, 3. Barrier blocks going forward, and 1, 2, 3. We then want to go ahead and drop down, and we're going to place down 2 like this going forward. So we're going to drop down, place down 2 going forward, like so. After that, we're going to go ahead and then place down a block like so, and a barrier block to the side, and we're going to go ahead and go, actually sorry, toward the inside here, so it's going to be the other way. Barrier block toward the inside, and then 1, 2, 3. Same thing over here, toward the inside, and then 1, 2, 3 forward. We then want to go ahead and drop down from that row of 3. And we're going to place down a row of 5 going forward. So for this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over here, same thing. Drop down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 barrier blocks going forward. Our next row here, we want to go ahead and drop down and do a row of 2. So 1, 2. Over here, same thing, 1, 2. We're then going to go ahead and go toward the inside here again. So we're going to go ahead and place down a block like so, and then our barrier blocks on the inside, 1 and then 2, 1 and 2. Just like that. We're going to go ahead and drop down again from those 2 blocks, and we're going to go and do a row of 5 forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over here, same thing. Drop down, forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, our next row here, we're going to go ahead and drop down and do a row of 3. So 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go ahead and go to the center space in between them. And we're going to go and do 1, 2. Like that in the center. We're going to go ahead and drop down from that barrier block. And we're going to go and do 1, 2, 3 to connect up to the front there. Like that down the center. So looking at this, we should get a design that looks like this here for our barrier blocks. So you can kind of see what we got going on here. It's a little difficult to kind of make out just due to the nature of barrier blocks and how they're kind of organized, but feel free to pause the video wherever you may need to kind of get an idea of what we're doing here, but it's pretty straightforward. To go ahead and add our stone buttons, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 on the side here. We then want to place down 1 and 2 on top of those barrier blocks, and then 1, 2, 3 on the side there. We're going to go and then place down a row of 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3 on the sides, 1, 2 on top, and then 1, 2 on the sides. We're going to go and then place down 1, 2 on the tops, 1, 2, 3 on the sides. Then we get to this section here, we're going to place down 1, 2 on top, then 1, 2, 3 on the sides, and then 1, 2 on the tops there, and then 1 to the side there like that. And we're going to go do the same thing over here. So on the side, we already have the 2 buttons on top, 2 on the side, 3 on the side, 2 up top, 1, 2, 3 on the side, 2 on top, 2 on the side, 2 on top, 3 on the side, 2 on top, 3 on the side, 2 on the top, and 3 on the side like that for your rigging. So basically, if we take a look at it like this, and once these barrier blocks disappear, you'll see you have your rigging here for the front there like that. And one thing I also want to go ahead and mention is that on this barrier block, so right here where we have this end rod, we're actually going to go ahead and take these iron bars and go out 1 to the sides here, like so, and then we're going to place down a stone button on the side of the barrier block directly above the barrier, or the iron bars like so. And that right there is going to basically complete your rigging, and with that, that'll complete layers 12 through 16 for the ship, and complete my new redesign here for the Yamato-Class Battleship. Overall, a amazing looking ship, huge improvement over the last design, and one of my probably more detailed BAFTA builds to date. So hope you guys do enjoy this build. If you guys do end up using it, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This main thing from the side of the build, tweet to my channel or this video if this does appear in social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, you're free to use it for a project you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. But other than that, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys all again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been your 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.